Hey there, DIYers!
Alright, so last week Megan wrote in asking us about shirred clothing. But before we show you how to do it, we're here at Mood Fabrics. We're going to take a look around and teach you a little bit about the grain line.
There's a lot of different types of fabric out there. Different fibers, different weaves, knits, heavy, light, loose, tight. But to explain the grain, we're going to focus on plain weave cottons.
Woven fabric is made on a loom. The vertical threads that are stretched taut on the loom are the warp threads, also known as lengthwise grain. The threads that are woven horizontally through the warp threads are called weft threads, also known as the crosswise grain. The selvage is the uncut edge of the fabric which is on the right and left-hand edges as it comes out of the loom. This edge won't fray because the weft threads double back on themselves. Here we see the selvage in its natural environment. The lengthwise grain has little to no give, whereas in some cases the crosswise grain has a lot of give. The bias is anything that's diagonal to the selvage. A true bias is at exactly a 45-degree angle to the selvage.
Alright, so now that we know a little bit about grain lines, we're going to head back to the workshop and shore it up.
First, you're gonna need to get yourself some elastic thread. Take out a bobbin and hand wind the elastic around the bobbin. Put the bobbin in your machine and use normal sewing thread for the top thread. Set your machine to a straight stitch and put it on the longest length possible. My tension's automatic, but you may need to lower it just a bit. Alright, let's test on the scrap. Slowly start sewing and make sure to lock your stitches or the elastic will pull right out. Sew all the way to the other side, lock your stitches, and take a look. Sew more rows about ½ an inch apart from each other to create that awesome shirt effect. Use your presser foot as a guide. I made a very simple rectangle pattern using my bust measurement for the width and measuring from my armpit to 2 inches below the knee for the length. Now take out your fabric and iron it. I aligned the top of my pattern to be parallel with the crosswise grain. It's very important how you place your pattern pieces on fabric for the right fit and drape of a garment. Pin your pattern to the fabric and cut around the pattern. Repeat so you have 2 pieces. Place them right sides together, pin and sew down one side. Just make sure you have regular thread in the bobbin and a shorter stitch length. Press your seam and sew down both sides. Next, add a hem to both the top and bottom of the garment. Put the elastic thread bobbin back in your machine, do about 20 rows of shirring, place right sides together, and sew the other side of the garment closed. Press the seams and sew down both sides. Lastly, cut a long 1.5 inch wide strip, press it like so, and sew around all the edges. Fold the strap in half like this and sew it together, then sew it to the front top middle of your garment, and you have a new shirred summer dress.
I'm not buying it, Lloyd.
You cannot not agree.
America
has made its choice.
We have not sold out.
I would love to sell out.
Hey guys, it's another one of my, thread banger video things. Today, I started making a homemade screen print, and I finally finished my shirt. It's 2 bunnies, one is pink and one is orange. I reused one of my old ID cards from grade 7 to spread the stuff around and everything like that. I didn't waste much. And I'm currently starting my second stencil, which is going to be a skull design. I have a lot of blank hoodies and tops and stuff like that. So I'm going to use this to decorate them with my style instead of buying somebody else's. Thanks, thread bangers.
Lots going on over on the forums. Checking in on the tutorial lab, we've got some cool creations like this one from Pinover Party, who shows us how to make a pant leg vest out of some old jeans. Longtime threadbanger Altsapop posted a tutorial on how to make her super cool zipper couture necklaces. And leave it up the forum member Crazy Lady 1234 to show us all how to make a sewing basket completely out of popsicle sticks. Over on the project boards, Israel Rafo's finally found a great way to bring back flannel with this ultra cool flannel hoodie. Nadia Opossum made his friend a pair of PJs for his guitar. Groovy Holly made her son this awesome poolside robe from all those old towels she had lying around. Sammy Sue took the cue from our previous flip-flop episode and made herself a pair from her old yoga mat, with some simple modifications. And we've got to give it up to Glass Onion for one of the coolest corporate recons we've ever seen. This AberZombie sweater is awesome. Got something you've made? Come on over to the Threadbanger forums and get the posting. Hey everyone, that's it for this week.
Check back next week for a very special lesson from one of our very own Threadheads, plus another huge announcement from Threadbanger and Janome.
See you guys then.